Hello friends, Arthur here, and this is history of ioi8. And a quick reminder, what is history of? It's a special showcase where we show the evolution of mapper, and the mapper choose from 10 to 12 maps to show his evolution of building his tracks and evolving as a mapper creator. And we start with Crazy Downhill second version, and I looked at ioi workshop, and this was his the very first track, so I don't know why it's called second version. And I really wonder why almost everyone, well, not everyone, but majority of afters, and sometimes it could be because they're just new and they don't know how align all pieces, but in this case align everything correctly. And when they build their first track, they put so many stuff, some RNG, some spawning stuff, made pretty hard tracks, and yeah, so because of this is probably the first track, and I didn't finish it on my first attempt where you're doing track in 5 minutes. Also, I didn't finish it right after history of, where everyone lived and left me here in this lobby. So I tried to finish this track, and well, as you can see, it didn't happen. So yeah, but the last try, it's all by me. I just should turn not left but right, and probably Zipkis was fallen directly in the correct place. But anyway, we're already in second track, Zip Zip, and I thought that this track was used in one of ZSL, and maybe it was, maybe another version of this track. Again, I believe ZSL was also around 2023, so I don't see really big changes on the track. But I played with GTR, and GTR remembers that I played this track, so, and I finished it, which is really nice. The problem is that I didn't improve my results and did it quite badly in all my attempts. This sandy cliff was the big problem with the jump. Even if I do correct turn, sometimes I didn't have enough speed to do this jump. Also, I blame that we have just 5 minutes, and most of ioi track is more than 1 minute. So even if you finish, you basically have 4 full attempts to try to finish this track, or slightly more if you failed in earlier spaces. And Trial of the Original Dragon, I never played this track, and I'm really happy that I finished it. I failed several times near the waterfall because there is no sign explaining where and what you need to do, and without it, it's really hard. I failed several times, and I did it on the second attempt, and on the second attempt I do it correctly, then I move forward to the next element, then failed there, and there are several times. And I'm really happy that I finished this track. It's really nice. Even before history of ioi started, I know his track style. I know that he built really track art depending on some kind of story decoration, but decoration is involving some story or specific event, and you will see almost all tracks on this history of ioi, they all have some kind of core element, again, some kind of event, some kind of storytelling thing, and they really always interesting why after choose some specific tracks instead of another, because I see some kind of different tracks from ioi on this story. But again, I didn't play all of his track, but I think I play most of them, and again, most of them build around some kind of story. Sometimes it's not a great story, not all, how it's called, butterfly flowers or something, there are some kind of expressions. For example, I ate chipotle. I just don't even want to imagine how it's all happening and why you are making roll of chipotle. I know that chipotle is some kind of Mexican food. I generally don't know what the difference between it and burrito. If you know, please let me know in the comment, it will be great. And I really try not to focus in on this part of the track and the idea how it will end and all this process involved in here. And I'm hoping that we're really fast moving to the next one. And here we are on the another track, which is Green Hill Zone 2, and I really believe this is reference to Sonic track, and as all like Sonic arcade part of the like franchise, it has several parts, several ways how you can finish this track, and I show you both. And I believe if you do it correctly, they're relatively at the same pace. So I always saying that if you build in multiple passes track, it's really hard to build it around like same time. You can build it really close, but usually one slightly faster, and sometimes in the ideal world it could be like one faster to one players, another parts faster to another player, just because they're have different strong sizes, like someone in jump, someone in like grass. So yeah, but we're back to ioi8 mushrooms track, which again reference to some food. We eat something, and I don't know, maybe it was not like usual mushroom for ioi, but the track is weird. So there are so many like cuts, cheats part. I saw several of them when some players tried to do them. I like do only one, and like again I didn't finish this track because some elements were hard and maybe because of the mushrooms. But yeah, I believe 5 minutes is not enough for such type of tracks, because there is so much to learn, so much to discover on at least such type of tracks. Several like cuts, several different weight, different passes how you can do this track, and I definitely didn't found like all of them. Like I even don't know how you can go on the upper part, because there's definitely another pass there. Well, I understand that there should be some kind of a big jump to that part, but I just don't know where this jump is. So yeah, very trick track, again related to food. I made Chipotle, another track for the same Mexican food related. I don't know. Oh, I have like theory. Maybe ioi at some point in his life work in like fast food, like you know, like I don't know how they call it, but food truck, something like that, and they made like Chipotle there and sold it. So he's like tried to explain his story, like for example, sometimes in his childhood he ate Chipotle and he so loved it, so he wanted to share this food with all other the world, and he bought like food truck and made Chipotle and driving all over the world and selling people Chipotle, like promoting this food to everyone. And yeah, maybe the mushrooms from previous track was too strong, and I have some weird ideas. But anyway, as of track, pretty doable. I believe I played it at least at some version of this track. I played it during like not ZSL but probably showcase, and I believe the story which this track is telling, it's pretty obvious. Someone order Chipotle and ioi did it and give to this Zip person, and I believe he's really happy to eat it, especially this crunchy part of Zip cart. And now we're back to Zip Drone Racing, and I remember this track because this was ZSL, this was flying track. I believe I already told stories that I like fly on drones during those ZSL, like on track review, or maybe not, but I fly on drones, and it's way easier flying on drones than in Zipkist because you have constant acceleration, you can control it, and it's like not the gamepad stickers there, you can fix their position, so it's way easier than you can do it here, but it's still really close to that, and I really enjoy this part. But again, like if we just remove the parts that I really hate, flying paragliding part of ZSL. It's Fred's birthday again, and probably Fred had his 41st birthday, and I played this track again, maybe not this specific version of the track because it's like birthday again, but maybe previous one with 40 candles, and I never finished this track. I always fall off at some point at some part of this like track in some candle. And this time I reached the finish, which is great. Probably because I switched to the steady camera and it's really helped. But as you will see, I did not finish the track correctly just because I missed one of the candle. And I tried to figure out where, and I finished the track twice. And both time I missed one candle. I don't know if it was the same or not, because it's really hard to count to 41, you know. Well, I believe for this run, when I rewatch video during editing, I believe I missed candle number 7. I'm not sure, because sometimes track is overcrossing itself and maybe you can do the checkpoint later, but I still happy that I can reach the finish on such track. Diablo Orbital Space Laser, I believe this was one of the first ioi8 track with this new logic, like beautiful beta or something like that, or just when this element that could remove part of the track appeared, like bucket or something like that, or I'm missing something, but this is a nice track. I played it a lot, I did my best result this time, it's still nice, and at least on this track I really see that I become better, not like much, but still do some progress, and the main thing is that I beat the aftertime, which probably is the main achievement for me. And as of police speed checks, well, this is fun track, again, played on some of the showcases, but this time it was nice to see how people found a lot of like skips and way how they can do all this stuff. So if you will be faster than speed limit on this track, there are like spikes and you will crash, but well, as you saw around checkpoint like 4, 5 and 6, people don't brake, they use as much speed as possible just to fly over the spikes, and it's a really great idea. I never thought about that. Also, I saw several times Maki try to drive between spikes. I believe it was working, or maybe it was just for me because you don't see spikes from other players, but he do some wheelies and try to like do some specific trajectory, so I assume that he's tried to avoid spikes. And well, the last track, Fred's Alphabet. And Actual Goose had a great question. There's several letters missing. Really wonder why. As of track, again, didn't finish it on showcase and never finish it here. Same letter O killed me a lot of time. I just like lost in all these changing camera views, like going left, right, and falling off. My best result was U, not in system but in showcase, but there's like a small like speed check. You need a lot of speed to do that, but never happened. So yeah, but yeah, several people did it, good for them. Really want to know why some letters are missing. And yeah, so I generally love ioi8 tracks. I don't like when you have like really strict time on them, because it's make me nervous and I'm really failing in this. So this is my problem, not the tracks. I really love that there is a story, like almost all tracks love the story, and I really want to know what this obsession of Chipotle and like food themed tracks. If you know, leave the comments, explain why. If not, just leave likes, any comments, it will be great. And as always, see you next time. Bye.